As hard as it is to say this, congratulations to the Houston Astros. They are the World Series champions for 2018. They beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Thank you, Los Angeles Dodgers, for putting on a great show this year. The team won 104 games. They put on a great show every time we went to the game. We had a chance to go to the World Series. Game number 2, probably one of the best World Series in World Series history. Back and forth, back and forth. We ended up losing, but it was a fantastic game. The Dodgers put up just great numbers this year. But let's talk about Game 7. My biggest problem with Game 7 is that the Dodgers have relied on Clayton Kershaw all year long, and he has been lights out. He's had a lot of bad starts in the past in the postseason where he's come out and he has just basically collapsed and crumbled. But this year, Game 1, he was stellar. He basically shut down the Astros. Then Hugh Darvish comes out. I believe it was Game 3. He gets rocked. He gets rocked really, really hard. So now it's Game 5. Everyone's rested. And who does Dave Roberts go to? Hugh Darvish. We go to Hugh Darvish now, again. And he gives up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and we end up losing 5-1. Then, the thing that was really hard to stomach is he goes to the bullpen, brings out Morrow, Kershaw, I believe Alex Wood, and Kenley Jansen, and they give up 0 runs, 0, nothing, goose eggs. We could have won that game 1-0. But we went with Darvish. He came over to the Dodgers at the end of the year. And how do we reward the fans? By giving it to him. You know what his ERA is for the World Series? I think it's 21.60. 21.60 for the World Series. Then our bats fell asleep. We couldn't come back. It was almost like, all those coming backs in Game 2 and 3 and the battles. The Dodgers the bats fell asleep. So anyway, I just finished writing my story for the news article that I wrote for the newspaper that I write for. And the interesting thing is that I had actually written two leads or 2 beginnings because I needed to get this story in. And one says, a Dodger blue wave of euphoria swept across Southern California as the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Houston Astros in the final game of the World Series. And it hurt when I had to delete that. And then I had to go with an orange wave of depression swept over Southern California as the Houston Astros beat the Los Angeles Dodgers in the final game of the World Series. We came all this way, only to hand it to Hugh Darvish.